Hey, welcome to the time management workshop. Before we get started, please put your smartphone away. Silent it or better yet switch it off. Unless of course you are watching this workshop from your mobile device. In that case, silent mode it is. The chances of you getting an urgent call that you cannot miss are very low. We can risk that, but the chances of that idiot box distracting you from your goal, which is getting most out of this workshop, are really high. So please get rid of those idiot boxes for the time being. We will discuss why this focused attention is important in a minute. Done? Okay. Did you get the productivity planner document and can you see the survey below? I would really appreciate if you fill out the survey after the webinar. It would mean a lot. It would help me tweak and improve upcoming workshops and videos and articles that my team and I will create for you. Let's get started. Time management. So heavy word. I mean, how those academics come up with it. It's so heavy. But it essentially means getting more stuff done in less time. Squeezing every last drop of life and joy out of this limited available time frame. Whatever 40-50 years are left for us. None of us choose when to born, and very few of us choose when to die. I mean, none of us is a saint to predict our death or suicidal to end everything. We are normal people, so we don't know exactly how much time we have. We don't know what that ticking clock says. You and I have this limited number of seconds left. And the worst thing about that is we cannot stop spending it. We cannot hit a pause button. We cannot reset the clock and start again. We cannot go slower. We cannot stop going forward and we cannot stop spending time. But we can choose how to spend that time. We can manage this very limited amount of time to squeeze most life and joy out of it. That's why time management is very important. All time management should always start with a higher level of conversation about your life goals, about what you want to achieve in life, and work backward from there. When you talk to people about time management, they give you these tips like, oh, just use social media for 30 minutes a day, not more than that. And that's a great tip, but what's your goal and why you want to achieve it? If you don't think about your goals and then work backward, then you are just doing random tasks each day. It's all busy work, but it is not worth it work. So we need to start with the big questions. What do you want to achieve to feel good about yourself? What would make you feel proud of yourself? Start there. What do you want to do for your family, for your brother, for your sister, and for your parents? Also, think about your growth. What would make you exceptional at what you do? Think about that higher level of excellence. I know these are just random questions, but we need to discuss these things because then it will be easier. We just need to break it all down to what we are supposed to do every day, what we are supposed to do in the next 30 minutes, what we are supposed to do in the next 10 minutes. And you will leave with a very clear idea about how you are supposed to manage your time from now on and get the most fulfillment and joy out of this life. If you take a look at people who are top of their game, I mean people who are just crushing it, people like Sadhguru, Simon Sinek, Tony Robbins. If you want to start your own business, then Mr. Ambani, Jack Ma, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. The people who win, the people who crush it, they manage their day obsessively. I mean literally every second. When to wake up, when to sleep. They don't even drink tea or coffee. They do detox and stuff. They meditate every single day. They eat fruits and they exercise. The top performing people and the rest of us. Everyone has the same amount of time, exactly 86,400 seconds every day. And we say the God is unfair. He made some people rich and some poor. But see, he's impartial about the time. Everybody gets the same. Unless you drink too much coffee and you die because of a heart attack. Of course, that's on you. But everybody gets the same amount of time. And we keep saying, I don't have enough time to prepare for the exam or to get this work done this week. It's not like you don't have time, it's more like you are not managing the available time properly. You are not pumped throughout the day to get work done fast, get study done fast. If you are waking up like, "Ah, ah, ah," you are not going to be pumped for the study, for the work. You will accomplish very little in the big duration of time. Not good. If you are at the top of your game and you are feeling fresh, then you will get things done like this. You will remember what to study. You will find solutions to the problems faster. You will get more things done in less time. You will have more time free at the end of the day. Now, having control to ditch addictions like coffee entirely, or having the discipline to wake up early and meditating and exercising, these are not the causes of, these are more like the result of their strong goal and the clear vision that they see. And they want to achieve it, and they will do anything and everything in their power to maximize their productivity, to manage their time efficiently. They can see their goals, and that happens. That's why they can do more in less time, while we cannot, because we were playing PUBG and Clash of Clans till 3 a.m. last night. That's the point of blind choice that writes the depression, anxiety, and lots of regrets in our future. And we wonder about the pressure we get at the exams time, the shock we feel when our business fails. So many people grow up, they are in their 30s and 40s, and they say, I could have done it better. I made some bad decisions, gave in to the temptations. I could have had a way better life. I was a clever boy or a girl. With a little more discipline and focus, I could have had that life. The life that I always dreamt. The life I always wanted. What you're going to choose right now, that will decide if this is going to be you after 10 years or someone better. Now I understand. Very few of us want to work as hard as Swami Vivekananda or Bill Gates. But even for normal people like us, the rules are the same. If we do 10% of what these people are doing, why wouldn't we have a thriving, a fulfilled life? Just 10%. I mean, Bill Gates spent every single day from the age of 20 to 30 working. Not a single holiday, no time pass. He spent his youth building something that he believed would be the next big thing. And we cannot even finish a degree without getting lost in the world of games, movies, TV series, social media, gossips with the friends, and night outs, things that are not directly or even remotely related to helping us get where we want to go. We have the goals that does not inspire us in a massive way. That's why we don't get to writing down our schedule. That's why we feel that 5 hours a day on Instagram and PUBG is not enough. Saying I want to be a psychologist or an accountant is just a talk. It's a lie. You don't want anything out of your life. Let's experiment. Imagine there are two water bottles. One bottle is filled with water and the other bottle has barely any water in it. This is important. One bottle with full water content and the other bottle with very little water. Now we are going to connect these holes by a pipe. Tell me, what is going to happen now? Yes, water is going to travel from one bottle to another, and as the water level in the first bottle is so high than the second bottle, there will be pressure and it will flow fast. It will keep flowing until the level of water is the same in both water bottles. Simple thing to understand. Now let's consider another scene where the water bottles are connected in the same way, but this time around the first bottle has only a little more water than the second bottle. The water will flow from the first to the second bottle this time also, but the speed, the pressure, the power will be less than the first time. Think of this first scene as people with big goals and a clear vision about what they want to accomplish in life, and the rest of us. Now, how do we go from here to here? How do we develop this grit, this fierce want, and the desire of fulfilling our goals and dreams? Before I tell you that, let's take another example. Imagine there is a guy standing in the corner of a room, and I ask him to walk in a straight line. That's the order. And I'm going to put a chair in front of him. Now, what happens when this roadblock comes? He cannot move forward. Now, I'm going to give him another direction. I'm going to ask him to go to another corner of a room. Well, this time he can make it. Even if there are some obstacles in his way, like the first time, this time he know where he want to go. He can find 100 different ways. Maybe go out and come from other door, maybe dig a tunnel through the earth. But he failed the first time because he was told how to go somewhere and not where to go. My point is, you are thinking that it's not your fault if you don't feel that it is hard to live without accomplishing your goals. If you are feeling cozy and comfortable and lazy as you are living off of your parents. Guess what? It might just be your fault. I mean, you can say the parents, the guardians haven't taught these things to me yet. You can say that the teachers, the education system, and the textbooks does not teach these things to me. You can point a finger at everybody. Everyone just says to me, tell the truth, study sincerely, follow the rules, meditate every day, Surya Namaskar and exercise and do not drink coffee, get a degree and learn how to code. But they are not making us see how important these things are to get to our goals. They are not making us feel things. These things are not goals, by the way. These are just the pathways to take, the tools to use to get to your goal. End goal like helping people to get over their mental problems if you want to be a psychologist, getting more and more people jobs if you want to be a businessman. And the moment we see our goal, the moment we have that clarity, we don't need any motivation. We will do the necessary things that will make us more productive. We will do more in less time. We will be committed to getting the most out of the day. Time management. If you are saying parents, teachers, education system, textbook did not instill this into you, that might be true, but it is not helpful. And by the way, none of the successful people have anything in common. Some of them have good parents, some of them have bad parents, some of them are orphans, some of them have high school education, some of them have fancy degrees, some of them have no degrees, some of them cannot even read or write. Just Google who are the most uneducated billionaires. It's friggin' amazing. So guess what? Every single variable, parents, teachers, financial stability, education system, the government does not matter. It does not matter. If there is something that is common in every single person who is a beast when it comes to getting stuff done fast, it is this. They consciously and consistently worked on this. When I ask people, what is your goal? They say, I want to make money. And I'm like, what? This is your goal? Make money? Making money cannot be a sane or a logical goal. Think about food. We eat food not because we want to go to the toilet. That is the unavoidable outcome. We eat the food for the nourishment, for the health, the freshness, or the sheer pleasure of the tongue, and the unavoidable byproduct is toilet. It is important but not the main goal. It's the same with your career. All human beings have this deep-seated need of contributing to the society, creating some value. It brings us fulfillment. You might want to be a doctor because you have seen how crucial and important the work of a surgeon is. You know that, and that's why even if you can see the biology is not your strong suit, still you are pursuing it and you will learn it, you will see it through Because if you don't, then you will not feel fulfilled. You will not feel happy. You are seeing the impact you can make. When you're sleeping, you're having the dreams about how you're going to help people. You cannot stop thinking about it. Maybe you want to build a business, solve the problems, create jobs. That is an amazing feeling to have. That is why we study, to find that fulfillment. The money is just an unavoidable outcome. If you want to do a good job of managing your time, if you want to be productive throughout the day, why you do whatever you do matters. You know what? At the end of the workshop, I want you to check out Simon Sinek's Why Leaders Eat Last 99 New Talk on YouTube and the book Why Leaders Eat Last on Amazon, Kindle, or Google Books. I think you are going to learn a lot from these resources. Now, maybe you want to be an accountant because you really understand math. It's not like you are very obsessed with it, but it is very easy for you to solve the problems. It's your strong suit. You can solve the problems that the overwhelming majority of people cannot. It is really easy for you. That's why you are going into accountancy. And you have talked to accountants. You have done internships and you can see how you can solve those problems. You are very good at it. That's why you are going after it. Sometimes you see these kids, they see a firefighter and suddenly they want to be a firefighter. The next day they eat some tasty food and they want to become a chef. It changes every day. Today, I really want to ask you to look inside yourself and see if you are making a career decision based on sheer passion or a sound logic or plain old compulsion. Or is it something else like peer pressure or family pressure? If you are following the first path, your life will be very joyful, regardless of any failures. You will be so hungry for your goal that you will find a way to manage your time and optimize the work process. And so many people ask, what if after years of hard work, I fail to achieve my dreams? Well, if you're putting your blood and sweat and tears into something, and at the end of your life, you still haven't achieved your dreams, it does not mean you are a failure. It means you had damn huge dreams. That's fantastic. I think it is better to fail with a huge vision like that than succeed with mediocre dreams. Again, a reference to Why Leaders Eat Last book by Simon Sinek and his Start With Why talk that you can see on YouTube. Now, most of the successful people, successful in traditional sense, they often choose the second way, which is also a fantastic way to, live a life with very little frustrations and regrets and problems. Otherwise, this is the reason why unemployment is increasing in this nation. This is part of the reason why more and more successful people, again, successful in a traditional sense, they are on the depression medicines or worse, alcohol, nicotine, and gambling. They are working under so much pressure, they are working just for the money. They don't find fulfillment in what they do. I think that's one of the main reasons of some of the major problems we are facing today in this nation. Now, let's talk about how you can actually make this happen. Simple exercises. You want to be an accountant? How about next time you are walking on the street and you see that big accounting firm of your city? You walk in, you talk to people, you talk to the manager, you ask if you can come here every Sunday and learn stuff, maybe do some work for free. You just want to learn stuff. You just want to see how it is like to manage the accounts of big corporations in real life. Maybe they will say no to you. We are not hiring interns at the moment. You are going to say, okay, alright. And it is not going to kill your hopes. After all, your goals are much bigger than the fear of losing, the fear of getting a no. So what? You are not a 30-year-old with 5 fancy degrees. So what if you are just a 20-year-old guy or a girl just finishing your degree, or maybe a 17-year-old kid just finishing your college? You go to another accounting firm. This time you are going to do a better job at communication. You are going to say how you know the ledger and how the accounting excites you, and you just want real hands on experience. There are hundreds of thousands of accountants working in this nation. There is this thing called the internet. It will magically show you websites, directory listings, and contact information of these people. And someone is bound to say yes to you, and you are going to get a feel of how it is exactly like to work as an accountant. And the next time you see PUBG, the Clash of Clans, the next time those time sucking monsters called friends knock on your door asking for you to hang out and chill, you're going to remember how it was like to work there. The difference those guys and gals were being able to make. You will be able to see that you can also make the same difference. You can become the best accountant and help all the businesses with their accounting problems, or become a damn good psychologist and help people to solve these deep mental problems, like you just witnessed last week when you were working for that psychologist. You will be able to create an influence like that if you don't play this game right now. If you don't hang out and chill with your friends, you will be able to find fulfillment in your life, in your career, and you will be able to achieve a lot of things in very few years. If you muster up the courage to say no. And just to be clear, when you will go to seek out internships, to seek out experts in your industry, to take their interviews, you will be amazed how many people want to help out. Not many people are going to say no to you, okay? You are just being candid and asking for their guidance. I will link out a Steve Jobs video about this. I want you to see what Steve Jobs said about this. Maybe you are exploring the libraries, maybe you are going online and you are checking out different apps that allow you to read books online, and you are reading anything and everything you can get your hands on. You study everything that is even remotely related to accounting. You subscribe to pretty much every accounting related channel on YouTube. You constantly learn and explore. Now you have so much work to do. You don't have time for gossips or playing games. And when you do this for the next 5 years, then you might have a chance to rise on the top from the thousands and thousands of people with mediocre skills. It all starts with you understanding how it feels like to do what you want to do. If you want to become a surgeon or a psychologist, it's the same thing. Just get the taste of what it's like, and you will remember that experience every time you face an addiction. If you want to become a doctor, I'm not saying go and cut open people. Don't take things literally. You can still go and talk to people. You can take their interviews. You can ask them questions like, what was the biggest motivating factor for you when you had all the distractions around you asking your attention and focus, like radio, TV, movies, and friends? If you can go back and do everything all over again, how would you do it differently? What things would you improve? What would you skip? Looking back in the last 30 years, what are the biggest regrets you feel? Just be creative with the questions. Maybe you can go see the procedures, how it all happens, and how much pressure the surgeons are under. It's a living being that you are operating after all, not a small thing. If you don't do this, then you will be surprised how the simple things like 5 more minutes of sleep in the morning will turn into 3 long hours of hibernation that is going to affect your career in the next 5 years. Remember what that man said? If you study on normal days like it is an exams day, then you will be able to spend the exams day like it is a normal day. This is how you find fulfillment in life. Now, you might be saying, okay, I got it now. I'm supposed to have a clear vision of what I want to do. I understand that. Let's say I did that. I went out, I did an internship. Now I know exactly what I want out of this life. What then? How should I go about achieving it? Well, let's talk about some time management tactics. Now we are actually getting into time management. So far, it was all about the productivity, the focus, and wanting to hit your goals bad enough. What can I say? These things are so intertwined and interconnected that you cannot master one without learning a thing or two about others. So, what are the standard time chunks? The year, the month? We are going to decide what we need to achieve, our big goal this year. And then we need to decide what we are going to achieve this month in the next 30 days. If you meet people and you ask them what is their 30-day goal, and if they cannot come up with one goal, you know that they might have got their priorities messed up and they might just be doing busy work and not important work. I will tell you what I mean by this in a minute. When you decide what your monthly goals are, now it is very easier to break it all down into deadlines and weekly goals. Every single week, you should have time blocked for exercise. Every single week, you should have time blocked for meditation. Every single week, you should keep some time for your family. Every single week, you should have the focused, non distraction reading time planned in there somewhere. Reading the books that are directly related to your goal for this month or for this year. You have to have blocks of time designated for these things. Otherwise, it will not become a habit. You can put it in there somewhere, but it has to have happened every single week. Sometimes you might be wondering why every single influential person, like literally every single one, talks about a daily schedule of exercise, meditation, and yoga. A daily schedule. And so we come to the daily time management. This is very important. When you wake up in the morning, before reaching out to your phone, checking Facebook feed or messages or who attacked your Clash of Clans village when you were asleep, take a minute. Breathe. Think about the three things that you must do today. Okay? Today. That will move you forward towards completing this monthly goal. Write that down. Remember, every single moment of today we are investing in the PUBG or gossips. The time is not passing by. Our life is passing by. Maybe you can use any.do, Trello, Evernote, or preferably use plain old notepad. Write that down so that you can see your goals. You will be more focused. You will gain momentum and you will go at the warp speed towards that big goal. That big goal you want to achieve in the next 4 to 5 years. You must have this sit down session every day. If you fool yourself, if you say, you know what, I will do it after I check my WhatsApp. I will do it after I see what's for breakfast. You don't do it. You just don't do it. You forget about it. You are going to start reacting to WhatsApp and Facebook and friends' request to join him or her on holiday that you can totally spend on studies because you had a holiday trip just last month. You need to focus on writing your daily tasks down. Think about that long term goal you want to achieve, the people you want to help, and say no to all the things that do not coincide with your goals. Remember, if you don't get dreams in the night about you achieving your goals and you wake up and you are disappointed when you realize it was just a dream, if this does not happen to you every couple of days, then your goals are not clear enough, not inspiring enough. If you remember what day it is, what is today's date, what's going on in the world, you, my friend, are not studying enough. So sit down every single day immediately when you wake up and write down what must happen today in your life so that you can move one step closer towards your ultimate goal. Start doing this and you will have a better sense of your day, your month, your year, and you will have a better sense of your life. If you don't follow through, if you do this tomorrow and then slack off after that, you are going to wake up after 10 years and say, oh my god, what did I do in the last 10 years? That only happens when you don't think consciously, when you don't strategize. Now let's talk about how to set these yearly, monthly, and weekly goals. Let's talk about what to write every day on that notepad that is going to decide how happy and fulfilled those people are going to be who are and will be dependent on you. This is the world of checklists and to-do lists. People like all kinds of apps like any.do and Wonderlist, and they use it, which is a good thing. But they just want that feeling of, yes, I completed the task. That's it. Again, check out Why Leaders Eat Last 99 You Talk of Simon Sinek on YouTube and read the book Why Leaders Eat Last. He explains all these things in a very profound manner. So, most of the people will start with the tasks, the goals that are easy to achieve. The more items will be checked off the list. Boom, boom, boom. I am very productive today. I am getting a lot of stuff done in less time. Stop. Well, that's not the right way to do it. Don't start with the easy stuff. Don't write down easy tasks in your daily or monthly goals. Don't even write down hard tasks. Write down what are the most important tasks, no matter how hard or easy they are. And by the way, there is no easy task or a hard task. There is only a boring task and the task that excites you. Start with the most important stuff. Now, I don't know much about math, but if I were to study math and give exams, I would start with the most important things first, which might be trigonometry or calculus. See what is the most important stuff for you and commit to getting that done this month. Commit to finishing this and this and this chapter today. Why is that? I am going to tell you something that I guarantee very few of us have realized. And when I am going to explain it, you are going to say, oh yes, that is so true. Our productivity, our stamina is like a glass filled with water. There is only a limited amount of it. We are very fresh in the morning, and then the first thing we do when we wake up is we check WhatsApp or Facebook or click on the PUBG notification. We react to something and we waste this valuable fresh force of productivity. As we move throughout the day, our productivity, our stamina depletes, and we don't feel that fresh anymore when we are working on something in the late evening. But we push it and we push it. We say, okay, I have to finish this work today, so I will stay awake, I guess. And it messes up the next day's morning rituals. We force this empty glass of productivity to make somehow more stamina, more productivity for the more important stuff, which we did not take care of when we were fresh and excited in the morning. Do not do this. Remember, your productivity is very limited. Set your yearly goals and monthly goals and think, okay, what is the task that is most important for me to get there? And do that task first. Start your day with the most important stuff and then move on throughout the day to the less important stuff according to your goal. And at the end of the day, if you have completed all your tasks, then check out social media, then check out the game. And don't worry, you will still be able to enjoy these things because these things are specifically designed to keep you on that reward loop, that dopamine loop that activates the pleasure centers with virtual activities. So, if you insist on using those idiot boxes of different sizes, ranging from TV, laptop, and smartphone, use them when you cannot work anymore. The daily tasks are finished and you have some time before your sleep schedule. Let's take a look at the productivity planner that will help you do more stuff in less time, have more time free at the end of the day. You can download this productivity planner somewhere around this video. This planner will help you not live a reactive life but an active life. No reacting to Facebook and WhatsApp and game notification or time sucking friends. You are going to have an active life, a life on your terms, your goals. This is all about you feeling more in command of your life. This is going to help you with that. As this is the workshop specifically for the students, possibility is that you are not bootstrapping a startup business from scratch. Maybe you are around 19-20 age and maybe you are still being helped by your parents financially. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. But the seriousness of not having enough time, money, and freedom, and trying to manage your own life and contributing to other lives, how hard it is, how it consumes your everything, you probably don't know that yet. When you will have a job or a business and a family, then you will see how hard it is. If you truly become a good businessman, if you truly get a job that you care about, the family you care about, you are not going to have the luxury of sitting on that WhatsApp day in and day out or waiting for that next notification from the game. And you probably know that that kind of life is much more valuable and satisfying and fulfilling than playing games or what have you. This productivity planner will get you there. The first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, not in the noon, by the way, not in the afternoon, not in the evening, you wake up in the morning, preferably before 5 a.m. And when you do that, you don't check your phone. You open a window, you sit down, you breathe, you look at yourself, you are alive and well, and you think, so many people die each day. So many people die in their sleep. I'm awake and well. You smile and you thank God for it. You look around, your parents are well, your siblings are well, and you think, so many people lose their relatives overnight. Your relatives are well. You breathe, you smile, and you thank God for it. You go out, you look around, your friends are well, and so are your neighbors. You smile and you thank God for it. This is how you start off your day, with gratitude in your mind. Every morning you exercise, you meditate, you do some yoga, and you engage your core in it. You don't go, and demand, where is my breakfast, mom? You don't do that. You are grateful for all that you have been given and for all that you have achieved. This is how you start your day off. And then you take out the productivity planner or just simple old notepad and you see what you are going to accomplish today, no matter what. And you start working towards that. Deal? This is the secret to working better. This is the secret of doing more in less time. This is the secret of having a joyful and fulfilled life. When someone is going to look at your life after 10 years, they should say, God, look at what he or she has accomplished. Look at the contributions and the value he or she has created. This is how you sow the seeds of that. I hope you are finding this workshop valuable so far. Now let's look at that planner. The first thing is projects. These are the big things that you want to achieve. Maybe 3 to 4 things that you want to achieve. These are not the must do tasks of every day. These are the big things that are impossible to knock off in a day. For example, if I want to be a video creator, my big things might be, well, what are the criteria of a good video creator? He has to publish 40 to 50 really good videos every single year in his portfolio. I mean really good ones. He has a proper studio set. He has a social media presence. Well, these are the 3 big things that I need to accomplish to be able to call myself a decent video creator. What are your 3 to 4 big things? If you are a writer, then your big things might be finding a proper agent to publish your book, finishing a 5,000 word mini book and self-publishing it on Amazon, searching for other self-publishing platforms, putting this book out there on all of those platforms. Now, when you write down your big goals, then you write down the daily goals. Well, what do I need to do today to accomplish these big goals? In this example, as my big goal is to create 40 to 50 really good videos this year, which means around one video every week. Well, the first thing is not video editing. The first thing is not audio quality or special effects. The first thing is, what am I going to say in the video? The script. Well, if I need to get video done in a week, I probably need to finish the script today. See how breaking down your big goals into chunks work? Now I can totally forget about this pressure of making 50 videos a year. All I care about writing what to say before the end of today. That's it. It is as simple as that. Chunk out your goals. Chunk it out and make your to-do list. These are daily tasks. The tasks that you must get done by today. Not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow, today. If you don't get this done today, you won't hit your monthly goals. If you don't hit your monthly goals, you won't hit your yearly goals. If you don't hit your yearly goals, then you will not hit your 5-year or 10-year goals. And you will wake up after 10 years and you will feel bad for yourself that you messed your life up. Do not do that. Do not slack off on following your daily goals. You need to write down your to-do list for today, every day, and follow it throughout the day. But here's the thing, 24 hours is still a big chunk of time. And that's where Trello comes in. Many hyper productive people use this project management tool for this. But it does not matter. You are not crippled by technology. You can even use a notebook for that. Remember this, people were getting stuff done way before any of the productivity apps or time management apps or project management apps launched. But I prefer Trello. It is just so easy to use. Here's what you are going to do. You are going to break down your day in 30 minutes of chunks. And the reason is that most of the human beings can really focus on and visualize the outcome of your work in the next 30 minutes. Anything more than that, you will just slack off and not do it. What are you going to do in the next 30 minutes? Are you doing it? Is it done? What are you going to do in the 30 minutes after that? Are you doing it? Is it done? I hope you are finding value in this workshop. Now, so far, we decided not to use social media in the morning. We decided that we are going to focus on the most important things first in the day. And I know you are itching. You want to get that taste of social media and you want to hang out with your friends because probably you are addicted. The third thing you are going to see on the productivity planner is people. And there are two sections, waiting for and reach out to. Each day you wake up, you are going to list these things. What are you waiting for from somebody and who you need to reach out to? Like, I am waiting for a guide to creative writing from my friend that he borrowed. I am waiting for the response from the other video creators who I reached out to last week. And if you don't get a reply about these things, guess what? You put them in the reach out to section. I need to reach out to these 3 people about the promotion of my videos today. Now at the end of the day, when you have hit all your daily goals and you have some time left, you move on to people category. You log into your WhatsApp finally and you check these things off, or you call people, and as soon as you are done checking these things off, you shut down your mobile. You get away from the smartphone. You don't wait for another notification from Facebook or WhatsApp. You don't wait around for these platforms to tell you what to do in your next 30 minutes chunk. Because if you let social media dictate your daily schedule, your life would be at the whim of the world. You will never truly take control of your life. You don't want that, now do you? So you close off the social media as soon as you are done checking this and you get back to the planning of the next day. Please do not waste any of these 30 minutes chunks. Again, you don't have to go fancy. You can do this with a piece of paper and a pencil. Not a big deal. What matters is you do it. You start it. Not on the first of the next month, not tomorrow. You start it now. Let me tell you why. There is this guy called Tony Robbins. He really is a master of productivity and time management and wealth management. He says something about money in one of his books. He says money is just an amplifier. That's what it is. It makes you more of who you are. If you're a bad guy, you will do bad things when you get more money. If you are a good guy, you will do good things when you get more money. It just makes you more of who you are. If you cannot give 1 rupee when you have 100, you cannot give 10 rupees when you have 1,000. It is something similar about the time management. If you are saying, I will start managing time from the start of the next month, come on man, it is not gonna happen. If you are not going to apply these things right now, right when you walk out of this workshop, and if you say, I am going to start doing this tomorrow, you are probably never going to start implementing it. If you start measuring, strategizing, and managing your time this way, and after some time, if you slowly slack off, if you succumb to your old habits, nothing wrong with that. It's okay. You probably never deserved to be successful in the first place. Just do not give yourself false hopes that you are somehow going to be a successful person who can take care of himself or herself, who can take care of their family, who can take care of their neighborhood. This is the world full of broken dreams and crushed hopes. I guess the Bollywood and Hollywood do not show that, huh? You don't get to choose how the laws of the universe work. Either you can abide by it or not abide by it. You will get the results accordingly. But the law is not going to change for you. And the law is that you have to manage every single second you have obsessively from this moment. Then and only then you will get the fruits in the next 5 to 10 years. If you don't want to follow the law of the universe, that's totally okay. More power to you. Just don't have high hopes and expectations from you in the future. Damn, I scared you, didn't I? I did not want to scare you, okay? But I need to be honest with you. I need to tell you the truth because I want to help you get most out of your time. That's why the brutal honesty. Sorry about that. What can I say? People are so in this Bollywood mentality that everything is going to be fine and the grass is green and the sky is blue and the summer is going to last forever. No, it isn't. There will be so many roadblocks and problems up ahead, and the sooner we make, the sooner we can tackle those problems, build the skill sets, and create value for people. One of the influential and successful entrepreneurs of 21st century, Dan Lok, talked about time management. I have linked that content somewhere around this video. I want you to watch that video, okay? I guess that's about it. Let's move to the questions and answers. Thank you so much for attending the time management workshop. Please feel free to ask all the questions and queries and problems you might have. You can put your questions in the discussion box or comment box that might be somewhere around this video. Please take your time, write all the questions you may have. I will answer all of your questions, and if many people are asking the same question, I will make a video on it. This is Kaivalya here from clarityiseverything.com. Have a fantastic day. Bye.